Hello, welcome to Hatton Games. So recently I've been contacted by a site called Vulcan.com and they've just asked me to do a general review and provide some feedback. Basically it's a fantasy league for CSGO where you can earn real cash prizes based on how well you perform. They've put a crazy amount of funding into the prize pool with a total of $4 million up for grabs. You can actually get up to $1,000 free if you use the referral code Hatton. They agree to double whatever you deposit upon signing up, and I think this shows just how serious they are about making their expansion into CSGO work. Okay, so what I love about Vulcan.com is that straight away it's really simple to use. You have the 3 different categories for the supported games, and then under that the individual leagues and divisions. At the moment there's only FACEIT EU and NA, but I'm sure we're going to be seeing support for other leagues in the near future. Simply click on the league you want to view and it will list all the different types of contests available with information on the prize pool, amount of entries, win percentage, entry fee, and when it all kicks off. A lot of the contests are free to enter and still offer a chance of winning a portion of the prize pool. Then you have others that you pay to enter, which have bigger prize pools and lower entry counts. For example, the triple up ones where you can potentially triple your entries fee, as well as my favourite, the head-to-head contests. This is where there are only 2 entries and you have a 1v1 to see who gets the prize money. In my opinion, this is the fastest way to build up a bankroll, as you just need to outpredict one person to bring home the money. The contests are based off 3 to 4 individual games during the same night, and you just pick the players from a default salary of $10,000. For every kill you make is plus 2 points, every death is minus 1 point, and assist means plus 1.6 points, MVP of the round means you get 5 points, and being the shot caller means you get 25% bonus of the original score. You can see straight away with this system it's based around purely kills, so you want to try and select players that thrive on taking aggressive engagements. AWPers like Kenny S and JW, for example, go for initial picks and often escape without losing their life, which is important because it's minus 1 point per death. That being said, you don't want to have everyone as an AWPer purely because of the amount of points you get per assist, which is 1.6. A rifler can do tremendous damage to enemy teams, especially on ecos, to rake up those points. I'd say that having 2 AWPs and 3 riflers would be ideal. To get the most out of the shot caller rule, you should always be placing that on whoever you think will yield the most amount of points. An added 25% bonus on your top fragger will be a huge boost to your score. Having any MVPs on your players will net you 5 points per go. Now to me this is far too random, as the MVP system in CSGO is completely broken. I mean, you could have clutched the round in a 1 versus 3 situation and still have another player get MVP just for planting the bomb. I actually messaged one of the developers at Vulcan and thankfully they will be removing this in the near future. So I've had a week or 2 to give everything a trial run, so I've picked up a few tips that you might want to use should you choose to give this site a whirl. The first of which is to never pick 3 players from the same lineup. Even if you think they will end up winning the game, it just simply isn't worth it. There's only a certain amount of kills per game, and putting all your eggs into one basket is seriously limiting yourself. Instead, what you should do is make sure that you're going to have a player from the winning team of each lineup playing that night, and that'll increase your odds of netting more kills and therefore more points. My second tip would be to look out for close matchups and try to select players from both sides. When a match goes into overtime, you actually still earn points, so the longer the game, the more points you can stack up. Obviously this is quite rare, but when it does happen, it can pay off big time. So once you've carefully selected your team, taking all the tips into account, just click join contest and your match will appear at the top in the upcoming tab. As it goes live, you can watch from the Vulcan website and keep track of your team's points at the end of each round. Now this is a neat little feature that I liked, as you can get a real-time feel as to how well your picks are performing against some of the people you are playing against. My results so far are pretty good. I started off with $50 credit and won a total of $26 already. As you can see, I played in 3 head-to-head contests during the FACEIT NA League, as well as a number of triple up contests. The money I made was mainly from the head-to-head contests. It cost $10 entry fee, but the prize pool is $18, and I ended up winning all 3 of the matchups, netting $24 in profit. 2 of these games came down super close. This 3rd one, for example, I won only by 4 points. I picked PTR as my shot caller with the added 25% bonus, Semphis, Rocker, Nothing and Hades. The bonus really did help me out a lot. Semphis and Rocker really went to town in both their games, scoring over 50 points each. Hades was a pick I had to make due to a lack of remaining salary, but I think it's okay considering the other star players in the lineup. The other head-to-head contest was even closer, and I won by only 2 points. I could have swapped up my lineup, but I just kept it as it was and entered it again. I have to say that watching these games, particularly in the head-to-head, is super tense as you can see what your opponent picked, and you're just hoping for their player to underperform so that you can get the advantage. In the triple up contest, I didn't do so well. It cost $1 to enter with a prize pool of $3 awarded to the top 15. I played in 3 of these and won just 1. I still profited by $1 though, so it's not all bad. I actually came in 8th position, and as you can see I used a slightly different lineup to my head-to-head matches, with Flawn instead of Hades and Nothing as the shot caller. For me, these triple ups weren't as exciting because there are so many other people competing that you can't really check the live scoreboard to see who has what. I much prefer the head-to-head as it keeps things simple yet interesting. There's also a hell of a lot more money to be made, so there's that as well. I'll be honest, fantasy leagues are something I've never really been interested in, but after giving Vulcan a shot, I'm thoroughly impressed and look forward to seeing how the site progresses. It's a fun way of creating even more of a spark in competitive CSGO, and a pretty simple way of bringing in some easy money. Remember, if you are thinking about checking it out, then don't forget to use my referral code Hatton. This will net you a bonus of up to $1,000 depending on how much you deposit when you sign up. Let me know what you guys think about Vulcan.com and whether you have any questions I can maybe answer. Other than that, have an amazing day and I will see you next time.